人工智能到底算不算智能？核心呢有2个评判标准：第一，它能不能准确理解人类的意思；第二，它能不能提出自己独立的想法。那现在，一个历史的时刻已经到来了，历史上第一块允许人工智能独立发表自己创意和观点的画布出来了。让我们一起来看看 OpenAI 的第4天。
Which is a product that we've had in beta for Plus users for the last couple months. Canvas allows you to collaborate with ChatGPT on writing and coding that goes beyond simple chat. So we're launching 3 things today. First, we're bringing Canvas to everybody and integrating it into our main model so it just works. Second, we're enabling you to run Python code inside your canvases, and so you see the output whether it's text or graphics. And third, we're bringing Canvas to custom GPTs, so you can imbue all of your custom GPTs with the power of Canvas. So with that, let's dive in.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Hey, everybody. My name is Lee, and I'm an engineer helping you collaborate with ChatGPT.
Hey, everyone. My name is Alexei, and I'm also a product engineer working on ChatGPT. So, Lee, are your kids excited about Christmas coming up?
Oh, boy, yes. I thought it'd be fun if we could maybe make a story for them, Christmas story, and use Canvas. Try it out.
Yeah, let's check it out.
OK. So if I go to ChatGPT, you'll notice starting today, there's a new button in the composer that lets us see all the tools available, one of which is Canvas. So I'm going to click that. And now anything that I type here is going to create a canvas. So let's write that story. Help me write a Christmas story about silly elves for my kids. And I'm going to send that off to ChatGPT, and it's going to get started right away on making a canvas for us. So there's a handful of things that we should explain what's going on here. The most significant thing that's different is you have this side-by-side view, where on the left is the chat, as you're used to it, and on the right is Canvas. And in Canvas right now, ChatGPT is busy writing the story for us. This is pretty different from what would happen if you wrote this kind of prompt before. ChatGPT is good at doing this sort of creative writing work, but it would write it directly inline in chat, and sometimes it's hard to piece out what's the document and what's the preamble or the what comes after, or especially if you wanted to make any changes along the way. Things tend to get lost. But now you have this side by side. So let's take a look at what ChatGPT made for us. The silly elves and the Christmas catastrophe.
Oh, no, not a catastrophe.
In the snowy village of Tinseltown, nestled at the edge of the North Pole, lived the silliest group of elves you ever could imagine. All right. This is looking pretty good. I could make some changes. I think this title is a little long, so I'm going to, maybe take this part out. Actually, otherwise, this is pretty good.
So ChatGPT can edit, and you can edit sort of side by side.
Yeah, so I can type in here, I've been editing the title. I'm kind of making it for my kids. So this is a collaborative document. And just like you might be used to in other document editors, you can come in here, you can add text, you can bold text. You can do lots of things you can do in other document editors. You can edit, ChatGPT can edit. I could go over back to chat, and just similar like I would do in any other ChatGPT workflow, I could give it feedback, I could ask for changes, and it's going to come in and make those changes directly into the canvas. But rather than show you that, I thought it'd be interesting to show this button in the bottom corner, which has a handful of commonly used shortcuts that's based on things that we know people do in ChatGPT. Suggest edits, ask ChatGPT for feedback about what we might want to change about this. Adjust the length, might make this longer or shorter. Maybe I want a shorter bedtime story. Reading level will change this to make it more sophisticated language or simpler language in case I wanted to make it easier to read for my younger kids. Add final polish is really helpful, especially when you bring your own content. Check for spelling mistakes, grammar, things like that. And then add emojis. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we love emojis.
All right, well, let's try it. So if I click add emojis, I've got some options about where I want to put them, words, sections, lists. Let's try words. I click that, and ChatGPT is going to get to town putting emojis into my doc.
Look at that.
So what you're seeing here is ChatGPT now making a revision to the document in Canvas. It's starting at the top, it's writing a new version of the doc, and it's sort of streaming in on top of the previous version, just to make it a little bit easier to see in context what's changing. And alongside this in the chat, you're seeing that it's editing, and you're noticing that we have our instructions back and forth. But otherwise, it's not getting sort of cluttered up with the different revisions that are happening.
Kind of looks like when my 8-year-old gets a hold of a phone.
Yeah, I think your kids are going to love this, Lee.
There's definitely a lot of emojis that I put in here that did a pretty good job. OK, so that's how you get started with Canvas. Canvas will trigger in a couple different scenarios. You can ask ChatGPT to just start collaborating with you on a piece of content, whether it be writing or code, and it will open a canvas for you automatically. Or like I just did here in the interface, I'll show you again, is this button in the composer to view the tools. You just click canvas, and that's going to create a new canvas every time.
Amazing. So in addition to storytelling, a lot of people use ChatGPT to help with their own writing. Learning how to be a good writer is hard, and today we're really excited to showcase some new features in Canvas to make it easier to get feedback on your work. So in my spare time, I'm a bit of a physics enthusiast, and so I have an essay here that I've been working on titled Santa's Sleigh, Exploring the Role of Dark Energy in Reindeer Propulsion. I'm going to copy this from my, from my text editor and paste it into the prompt area in ChatGPT. Because I put in a substantial amount of text, we now have a new button in the upper right that says Open in Canvas. If I click this, the content from the prompt is put into the canvas, and this is the same editable surface that Lee was demonstrating.
So could you bold that title maybe?
Yeah, so I can go in here and make a change if I wanted to before I send it off to ChatGPT.
So this hasn't been sent yet. So when you made that bold change, what just happened?
Correct, yeah, this is all still a draft document.
Yeah.
So until I send a message, I can edit it as much as I want. And ChatGPT hasn't seen it yet.
And it's attached to the composer.
Exactly. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to ask ChatGPT, can you leave some comments on my essay from the perspective of my physics professor?
Nice. OK, so maybe it's going to give you some technical tips.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see what it comes back with. But previously, it would be hard to connect what the feedback ChatGPT is giving you to your own work because it would all be inline in the chat. But now with Canvas, ChatGPT is able to select specific portions of your work and leave comments inline, which makes it really easy to connect what the suggestions are to your work.
Yeah, I'm looking at these. These are pretty good feedback. Consider linking this introduction more explicitly to the scientific exploration of dark energy to immediately establish the physics connection. But it didn't just respond to that in chat. It selected Santa's sleigh and his flying reindeer have long fascinated people, blending mystery and magic. OK, so it's picking out sentences that it wants to give you feedback on and then writing the specific feedback per sentence.
Exactly. And helpful. Each of these comments, I can have an apply button. And so clicking apply would allow ChatGPT to go through and apply the edit as it sees fit. And of course, I could then reject that edit if I wanted to. But since this is my own essay, I'm going to go in here and make changes on my own.